Hello everybody, welcome to my channel, and today I have for you a reading about messages from Mother Earth or Mother Nature, however you prefer to call her. So I have 8 piles for you today, so take a look at them. This is pile 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. And I'm gonna give you a moment to choose your pile, so pause a video if you need to. I hope that those messages will be just something that will bring you maybe clarity or advice, or just help you connect more with the nature around you or with your own body yourself. So yeah, see you in your reading. So hello everybody who chose this pile number 1 with this beautiful shell. So underneath your stone there was the turtle card, and the first thing I want to say, the turtle is this really wise creature who lives in harmony with the water and the earth element. And it's really nice how you guys got a water animal, a water sign, and a shell. And other than that, we also have 2 of cups here and the moon, which also gets this watery feel to it. So you may be connecting with the water element, so Mother Nature may be speaking to you through the water. This might be the sign that you have in your chart, or just an element that you really feel connected to, right? And the turtle is this animal with great wisdom. He has used all of that connection that he has to his intuition and the grounded energy that he has with the earth element, and he is just very wise, and he can use that wisdom. He gets through life really easily by sharing his true self, or at least that's what he should be doing, because with the turtle, one thing I'm noticing is that he has a shell, right? And we also have a shell here. And we also have tourmaline. And I want to really make you realize that you have tourmaline twice. So you have black tourmaline and the watermelon tourmaline, and they came out at once. So that's really nice, I think. And this black tourmaline really talks about boundaries, about healthy boundaries with yourself, but with people as well. So what Mother Nature may be saying to you is how important it is for you to have healthy boundaries with people and with yourself. Because I feel like this might be for some of you, that you have been hurt in the past by your connection with others. So this 2 of cups here with the moon in reverse clarifying it, it may have been that you were in some connection with others, either romantic or not. This may be any connection where you really felt it. You felt like it was a nice friendship, and it probably was, but there was something inside of you, some need, where your subconsciousness has been just saying something to you about this connection. Like some of your needs may have not been met. Maybe you felt like you needed some private time, alone time, and you were just exhausting yourself, going to meet your friends whenever they wanted to, even if you weren't really feeling it, just not really respecting your own boundaries and not really letting others know where they are. And with the Tower here in reverse and the 6 of Wands clarifying it also in reverse, I feel like you felt not appreciated sometimes, but it may not have been the fault of the connection itself. It was just that you were disconnected from your own needs or something like that. Or for some of you, actually, there may have been actual troubles, actual disharmony and hurt in these connections, right? Because with the Tower in reverse, I feel like there was some event that either really made you feel shattered and destroyed, or you just lost the ground of this connection, like, or in yourself. it was something that shocked you. It could be whatever. For each of you it will vary, but it made you feel really unappreciated and like you lost in some way. But with the blessed card, and I think we'll go back to it again and again, we also have like a little bit of a shell here, so another shell sign. I think universe is really saying to you that it is safe for you to trust that everything is okay and that you can come out of this shell, because this lady here, she has like this shell, right? But she's coming out of it. She's connecting with the universe and she's praying, she's trusting. She's in the moment feeling like she got it all, and she trusts that she will continue to be happy. Yeah, because the tourmaline, the watermelon tourmaline here also talks about this idea of gratitude, about really appreciating yourself, connecting with the universe, connecting with the happiness. So I think there's this duality to your situation. So other interpretation I'm feeling with the Two of Cups and the Moon is like, I feel there are two sides of you, like your conscious self and your unconscious self, this guarded self and this outgoing, your normal self, or I don't know how to really name it, but you need to really connect more with your subconscious. You need to better understand this tender side of yours that is hidden under the shell, because it is there. And for you to really trust that it is safe to come out to people again, I think it's necessary that you do connect with your subconscious more, with your inner self more, and understand where you might be feeling any fears, because it is highly advised for you to have those healthy boundaries in life, but at the same time you should not actually cut yourself off from the world. So it's okay and it's advised to stay by yourself when it's necessary for you to feel happy, to feel replenished. But when it is the time to come out, while you are feeling it, it's the time for that, to share your energy with your friends, with the world. And one thing that Mother Nature would like you to do is practice gratitude for your life at the moment, for yourself, for everything that has happened to you, to like really understand the lesson that was meant to be shared with you. Because with the adjustments are required with the third quarter moon, here we have the time after the full moon, going forward to the new moon. So it's after the time where the things are at their fullest, highest potential, where things are reaching a finished line, everything is coming to an end, but it's not yet the new cycle, so the new moon has yet to come. And it is a time where you are advised to really connect with yourself, to trust that everything will be alright, and understand what has already happened in your life. So really understand if that is your case and there has been something unpleasant that has happened to you in those connections with others, in your relationships. Really try to understand your own fears, because there might be some fears that you have right now that are blocking you, some of you, from coming out and really experiencing life however you are meant to be the happiest you can. And you are actually in the flow of life. It's like whatever you are doing, whenever you are in the slow phase of your life or you're actually doing great, you are going with the flow. Everything is on its divine timing. And actually, I don't feel like you are necessarily because with the Hermit, you are alone, but I think it's a good time alone. So it is the time for you to actually experience your true self, and as I was saying before, explore your fears, explore your blockages, so that you can stay a healthy individual and really commit to yourself. Because with the Two of Voices here in reverse, so Two of Swords in reverse, clarified by Nine of Swords in reverse, I feel like you really have this duality inside of you, as I was saying, between your subconscious and conscious self. And sometimes if you don't truly understand it, it can feel like you are torn apart. Because those two women here, this card is about making decision, but in reverse I feel like it really is talking in your case about feeling torn apart. So those are those two sides of you. And Nine of Swords as well. This sweet little unicorn is not feeling her best. And she probably went through something terrible. But with it being in reverse, I feel like Spirit is saying that it's over now. It is safe for you to forgive your past. And if you are still feeling sad, it's of course valid, but it's not actually supported by evidence in your present, only by your fears. So really what Mother Nature is saying to you is honor your uniqueness, honor your sensitivity, because you are a very sensitive individual for sure, with all the water and a turtle. And when it is necessary, do use those boundaries. And build them by really getting to know your true self, knowing your fears, knowing your needs, understanding if there is something that you are not aware of, because I feel like there is something, and it has to do with how you approach relationships with others, whether romantic or friendships or other types of connections. And then keep those boundaries, because you deserve to feel victorious in your connections, in your life, in every aspect of it. And the divine has been trying to really strike you with this like awareness, and it has done it in perhaps some not nice way, but it was necessary for you to really wake up, to understand your needs, to understand that there is something you are not addressing. You aren't really nurturing yourself the way you should. And now you are in this phase in your life when you are advised to really learn about yourself. Go within, be this turtle for a while inside his shell, but then know that it's okay to come out at some point and really shine your light. Know that the divine has everything in store for you. You will be blessed. You are blessed. Mother Nature loves you. And you have reached this end of that phase of your life, but now you're waiting to be kind of in a new cycle. A cycle where you are ready to create new connections, and also a beautiful connection with yourself by truly understanding your subconscious. Yeah, it's okay. You can let go of your fears. And the turtle, we sometimes think of it as this slower creature, right? So you may need to take your time, but it's okay. It really is okay. Mother Nature loves you, and she wants you to know that you are amazing, you are wise, and all the life experiences you have had up until now were there to really make you wiser. You can use them now to truly understand all that will happen for you in the future. Yeah, and share that wisdom as well. Yeah, so I think that's all that I have for you. Yeah, definitely water element is here, so you probably have a nice connection with water. Yes, so thank you very much, and I hope this resonated and helped you in some way. Bye bye. Hello, group number 2. So welcome to your reading if you chose this beautiful stone. It's kind of green, but you can't really see it, but when you pour water on it, it's really green. So yeah, and underneath your stone was the black egg card. And the black egg is the card of the throat chakra. So there is some truth that Mother Earth, Mother Nature really wants you to listen to. And most likely this is your truth. And I think that there is a real need for expressing your truth. So maybe there is a desire that you have been suppressing, and it's time to go on and do it, because with the work for your fears, the new moon in Scorpio, as well as the never-ending story and some of the cards over here with the tarot, I think that you guys have some fears to work through. There is this narrative in your life when there is some cycle that you're just fed up with, that you really want to get out of. And the part of you which is scared, which lives in this fear, may not see that there is even that possibility. But the Mother Nature is telling you that it's truth that will set you free. That there is some truth inside of you which really will help you get out of this cycle. Because with this 9 of Wands and the 10 of Swords, I feel like you have been hurt in the past by something. Like this cycle most likely is continuing on, and it's making you hurt, really hurt. And the swords are just keep on adding up. Because the 10 of Swords is like the last of the swords cards beside the curd cards. So it's like you can't get further with how much you are mentally overwhelmed by those troubles that you are having, by those issues, your shadows. And the new moon in Scorpio is also really a card of rebirth, you know. And on the 8 of emotions here, 8 of cups, which we have here, we also have this new moon. And I think that the black egg with its little spirit sign here also can kind of get similar to this. So there is this new energy, new cycle, and the Scorpio is a sign which really goes deep within and transforms. So it's really a time of transformation, because with the 8 of emotions, whatever is going on in your life, Mother Nature is really like urging you to leave it behind. And it's clarified by the Ace of Swords. So what will enable you to leave behind this old cycle is realizing this truth that you have, and leaving behind the bad times that you are feeling, this bad cycle. It is coming to an end, and you will leave it behind. Because of the 10 of Swords and 9 of Wands, as I was starting to talk earlier, you are putting up some barrier, right? You have not made yourself admit that you are stuck in this sadness or this fear. You really like are putting up this like act of like standing proud. And I'm not saying that's not true for you, but I feel like it's more so the case that you are trying to hide this pain that you have behind your back, and you are guarding yourself. But I feel like you are not letting yourself to go through this gate, and I feel like this gate is really the door to the new cycle that you are being presented here with. The Mother Nature really wants you to be happy. because you may feel this fear of yours may be connected to feeling unstable. Like you don't have control over your life. And this can lead to creating some feelings of control issues as well. So your fears may be connected with control issues. You may be this ambitious person, but you have been hurt by your past. And revisiting your earlier memories can really help you realize what is your truth. I feel like your truth is in your past. It's something that you left behind. It has been hidden or just covered up with all those experiences that came later, which led you to developing those fears. And the truth is somewhere there. You can really search for it, because the star is kind of reversed. I will talk about it in a moment, but it's looking at this Six of Cups. So I feel like whenever you need to find your truth, because the star is all about hope, about healing energy, about guidance from the universe. So when you want to find your truth, if you wonder what is this truth that she is talking about, I feel like the answers are in your past. In the past, but especially those sweet memories of the past, your childhood, or just the moments in your life when you were feeling the happiest. That is your truth. Your truth is really in there. Yeah. So with this card, with Big Split, I'm sorry, I don't know if that's also how you say it in English, but yeah, with a Big Split, you are urged once again, as I was saying, to really move forward. It's really a stone, a crystal, which talks about full movement. Really starting this new cycle, because you may feel like it isn't really possible because you have been stuck in this energy for so long, or maybe you don't even realize it, like this never-ending story, right? But it is a time for a new beginning, because 37 here, it's also, when you add it up, it's 10, so it's 1 or 0 if you want as well. It's all about new beginnings. It's all about new cycles. And the 5 is also the number of change, as many people say. And I think that really what Mother Nature wants to tell you is that it's okay that you have those fears, because they came from sober, right? It's not a blame game. But she really wants you to feel happy. She wants you to live by your fullest potential, because you are this emperor now, which feels like they lack control, and so they may have those control issues because something in their life is just not the way they want it to be, or in the past it hasn't been the way they want it to be, which has led you to being stuck in this negative cycle and not really being able to close it. You are being closed in this cycle, but it is the moment that you get out of it, because each cycle like that has to come to an end at some point. And why should it not be today, right? Yeah. And I feel like, once again, if you wonder what is this truth and why you may be in the place that you are at, I think that we have some clue, because I noticed that we have a green rock here and a pink crystal as well. And I feel like there is, of course, this pain related to some emotional issues, to the heart chakra for some of you, or many of you. And I think you will find it with this revisiting of your past. Look at this gentle energy. But yeah, the truth is in your past. And even if you feel like there is no hope for this renewal, for this new cycle, for beginning anew, you are really moving towards this energy. You are leaving behind those fears, these barriers that you are putting up, feeling defeated, or something that has made you stuck in this energy of fear. You are leaving it behind because you are being guided by the truth. And the truth, you will find it if you don't already know it, in your past. It's something that you always dreamed of when you were a kid, or just if there's something that you want to do, right? If you are being urged to do something, create something new, the idea for it, if you don't already have it, is somewhere in your earlier memories. But as well, this reason for why you may have put up those barriers, those control issues, maybe there may be a clue in your past. So it may be your family life, just some earlier relationships or circumstances that you were growing up with, or even just recent past, if you're like an adult. And this may not be like strictly related to childhood. It may be something that just isn't now but was, you know what I mean. Yeah, and you are really going out of this cycle. So Mother Earth, Mother Nature really wants you to know that it is okay, that you are safe to look back, because that's it as well. As I was saying, that the answers for you may be in your past. So this person is facing us, and she is protecting herself. And I feel like with this door that I was saying is the gateway for you to this new cycle, you are protecting it, but it's also behind her, right? So it's kind of like in her past, and she needs to turn around to see behind her, and that is where the answer is, and that is where the gate is to this new cycle, for some of you, for many of you probably. Yeah, and I know it must hurt you, because maybe it's something more on your subconscious level, but if you really resonate with what I am saying and you feel this hurt, you feel like defeated and so on, I feel like Mother Earth really is telling you that it's okay, and that she understands. And this whole message is here to let you know that your time for the new cycle is coming, and that you will be feeling great again. Because this message may just apply to like one area of your life, or just a general feeling, because I feel it's all interconnected most of the time. But there might be some specific issue that you are thinking about, that Mother Nature just really wants you to know that it can come to an end, and it will, once you find that truth. And you are finding that truth. It's inevitable. Yeah. So I feel like that's it. So just really remember that it's okay. You can go through it and leave it behind. You have the power to do it. It really is the time for rebirth. Yeah, for happy rebirth with your truth in authenticity. Really, speak your truth. Speak your truth to yourself and to the world around you. And it will be okay. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope it resonated and helped you in some way. Yeah. So bye-bye. Thank you. Hello, group number 3 with this beautiful rock. Yeah. So you have the butterfly underneath your chosen rock. And the butterfly is an air element. And really, this whole pile talks about transformation. So Mother Earth really wants you to know that there is a new cycle, new exciting cycle that is coming into your life. So there is a really need for transformation, because as you know, the butterfly is this animal that is undergoing great changes. So he really represents transformation. And we also have a new start is coming. So I think the message is really obvious for you. And we have the signs of ending and starting new cycles all over this pile. So we have 10 of inspiration, so 10 of wands, 10 of voices, so 10 of swords. We have also the 10 of wands second time here. So we have a lot of 10s, which really mean like the end of the cycle in each of the in each of the elements of the tarot. And we also have here Unfinished Symphony in reverse. So Unfinished Symphony talks about like some mother in your life which just is casting a shadow over whatever is going on for you. And there's just this bitter perhaps feeling, or just like lurking feeling of something is not quite over, or just it hasn't finished the way you would like it to, and you feel this unfinished business, unfinished symphony, right? And just a thing I'm feeling right now is like Mother Nature might be speaking to you through songs, through birds, because that's just what I felt right now. Through the air element, there's a lot of air. I think like this card is also very air kind of. Yeah, you may be an air sign or just really enjoy the wind, so you may be communicated to through nature sounds and just songs or whatever is connected to this voice expression, this air element to you. And with the green chords here, this talks about the need to trust the universe. It says about how we are just humans, right? So we can't always control our life, but we can trust that whatever we are leaving behind, the universe guides us, and we are entering something that is far much better for us. And I feel like this message for many of you may apply to connections with friends or just your soul family. Like you may have been surrounded by toxicity in other people, and now is the time to move on from that. But this message could also apply to any other area, really. It's just that I'm seeing people here, many people in this group. So you may be just someone who is surrounded by people, or you have many connections in your life, or you want to have many connections in your life, or this may also be work related. So I feel like right now, before you are finishing or just entering this time of period of transformation as this butterfly, you are yet carrying this heavy burden, because this rock is quite hard and it weighs a lot for such a small rock. And I feel like you are carrying this burden. You are here in this 10 of Wands, and you're just overburdened. There's just too much on your shoulders, is what the Mother Nature is saying to you. Like there is a need to finish this cycle, because there might be something important in this cycle that actually needs finishing. Like you may actually be finishing up some work, delivering something, but once this ends, you are really called to release that burden, to drop that burden. Because after this ends, there is really a message about this new energy. And I feel like for many of you, this is a very exciting energy. Like maybe it actually is that there is some outside circumstance in your life, like work or projects or just things to be done. Maybe around connections with others. So like, I don't know, maybe you are planning weddings for your family or whatever it is, like some work that needs to be done. So this cycle that you are in, that is finishing, is not really something that you have control over. But you have the moon in reverse here. So I feel like there is just this element of you which feels like tired, like your subconsciousness is just giving you signs that it calls for renewal. It calls for renewal. Yeah. And you have the Magician. So again, new cycle, number 1, the Creator. And you will be going toward this Magician energy. Like right now, you may be finishing or are still in this 10 of Wands. So this overload energy. But see, we have fun synchronicity here, because we have 10 of Wands and the next card is clarified by 10 of Wands in reverse. And here we have 3 of Cups, which is the later card, is also clarified by 3 of Cups in reverse. So I don't know, but I think it's funny. Yeah, so you are moving towards this creator energy. So like this magician, you are really realizing that, okay, you are stretching, you are thinking, and you're like, okay, what do we want to create now? I'm in this new energy, it's time for me finally. And I feel like some of you may also be connected to the earth element, but yeah, that's just a message for others of you. Maybe you are an earth sign, or because I was speaking about air earlier, but earth just came through as well. So maybe some of you are, maybe some of you are working with animals as well, or have animals, or have close connections with the animals. But yeah, you are leaving behind this burden. You are finally letting it go, and you can focus on working for yourself. And that's just a confirmation. I think for some of you, it actually was about work, like this cycle that you are or are finishing. It could be related to work, but right now you are focused on finally planning your own goals and creating your reality, this new cycle. And I feel like you're leaving behind the people that are not really helping you find this courage and just energy to feel free, feel good about yourself. You are basically leaving behind any unhealthy emotions, and I feel like for many of you it is connected to people. So this is perhaps also what this unfinished business talks about. Maybe you have some unfinished business with people that is just kind of keeping you maybe more tied up in this old energy. But yeah, you are leaving this cycle behind. And I think for many of you, actually, other than that, there may be some people that are weighing you down. There are also people who will help you get into this new cycle, people who will support you. With the butterfly card, there's also this message about how you're weaving a cocoon for yourself to help you go through this transformative period. And I think for many of you, actually help from friends, sharing times of fun and just partying, having joy with, or meaningful quality time with people that you care about, maybe your family as well, is something that will also help you. And it may have been a long time since you were able to enjoy such fun, such free time. And that's why you may feel like, oh boy, it's been so long and I've missed that. Or for some of you, maybe you feel like you don't know if you can have fun even anymore. So there might be some anxiety for some of you. Maybe you have like small or bigger social anxiety for some of you. But yeah, there are people that will help you go through this transformation. Don't be afraid of having some fun, because in the end, I feel like this pile has a really fun and exciting energy. I just feel exciting reading for you. So I feel that whatever is coming for you, nature and earth, our mother, is just really talking to you, speaking to you, that it is an exciting time that is coming for you. You will be able to leave behind your work, the burden that you were carrying, whatever it was, whether work related or not, maybe some family issues. And don't be afraid to reach out to people that you can actually have fun with and let loose with, and just go for it. Go for it, and then you will feel even more replenished and just ready to create something for yourself. And also don't be afraid to take a little bit of a break before you are ready to create your new reality. But just know that you will be able to do it. Yeah, like this is like the clearest message I could possibly get about just ending a cycle that is tough for you, and you are beginning anew. You are the butterfly, and you will be able to fly whenever you want it to be, because before you were this caterpillar who maybe was scared and could just like crawl on this tiny little leaf and so on, but now you're a freaking butterfly and you can fly whenever you wanna. You are the magician, you are the ultimate creator of your reality. Once you are able to get over with that, there is just a full-on new start where everything is possible for you. And it's especially important to have fun. And that is what Mother Earth wants you to know. Yeah, and as I was saying, you may be hearing messages through nature, sounds, birds, or just like music in general. Yeah, so thank you very much. I think that's all that I have for you. And I hope it resonated and gave you some message of hope or clarity, or just excited you. Yeah, so thank you very much. Bye bye. Hello, group number 4, with this beautiful stone. And underneath that was the hawk. And yeah, let me see. This whole message from the Mother Earth is really about you believing that you are worthy. That's like something that keeps popping up throughout the whole reading. So I feel like many of you may be people who believe that you need to work. That you need to work to receive. And you may be someone who is like really busy, or just have multiple things to do, multiple priorities, or just a responsibility, or maybe multiple ideas. You are torn between many things that you just need to do. You're working. You are always doing something, managing something, working on something, and so on. And that may be because you just don't feel like it could all naturally come to you. And don't get me wrong, I know that life is life, right? But it talks more so about this like deeper spiritual reasons as well. So why are you choosing a reality for yourself that is connected to so much work? Many of you could, like I was saying, don't really believe that you are worthy to receive. But you are, like, you are this empress. You are the empress. She is the divine feminine that is connected to the earth element, that is just like really productive, fertile, but not in a way that she is giving it much effort. It just comes to her naturally because she is like exuding this strength and this power. And that's also connected to this idea here with the strength, that we have it in reverse, right? So strength card talks about this individual that has this inner strength, so true strength. And you don't feel like you are strong. You have put yourself in this box of being weak and unworthy. Maybe you don't even realize it. So take what resonates. Don't force this message to fit. But if you feel like there is something true that in which what I'm talking about, there's this message that you have put yourself in a position of feeling weak and unworthy of what life could offer you without this much effort. Because of course you can receive from giving it your all, and that's also not saying that it's not good to work hard for your goals, but it talks more so about the reason why you are putting all this hard work in. Because nature and earth they're also showing up here with the world, which has been popping up a bit in the previous piles as well. And I think that they really want you to know that you are successful, you are worthy. And they want you to notice that, is it possible that all the hard work that you're putting yourself in, that all the things you are managing, are you letting yourself nurture yourself? Or are you all in for those things or those responsibilities and there's no time left for you? Because you need to receive as well. You need to get something in return. And it's not about getting something in return for your hard work, but just receiving it because you are worthy of it, whatever you are doing or not doing. We have yin in reverse here, which also is this concept of divine feminine. And this card, like that, talks about not being able to receive again. So you should be like that. You should be just sitting around, feeling your worth, feeling beautiful, and being ready to receive because it's already yours. And that is the case, except you are not in this position. So universe wants to bless you. Universe wants to give you all that you desire, that you deserve, but you are not really receptive to it because you are not feeling like you deserve it. And with the natural morganite here as well, it talks about being transparent in your raw form because it's natural as well. So it means it's not like polished, it's not really, it hasn't been touched or changed. It's just its purest form, its natural form. And this card talks about how it's okay to feel compassion for yourself and to receive as well. So it's really important about being good. Sorry, I can't pick it up. Being good to yourself as well. Really be good to yourself because you deserve that. You deserve to feel good about yourself and understand that you can receive, because again, with the belief in the impossible, blue moon is something that happens very rarely, so to speak. And this card talks about how there are opportunities that you wouldn't think you are able to get so often, that are on their way to you. And it is up to you whether you feel like you can receive them or not, whether you are going to take action or not. But more so, I feel like for some of you there may be actual opportunities that Mother Earth wants you to know about, that are coming to you really quickly, I feel, if that is your case. But there are always opportunities around you, always opportunities. And believing the impossible says really believe in yourself, believe that it is possible for you to be this Empress energy, that you are worthy of anything, however impossible it may seem. Believe in that because it is possible for you. You are worthy of anything. I'm sorry. And here the Muse of Inspiration, which is the King of Wands, clarified by the World, as I was showing earlier. It talks about you entering that energy, entering that fiery hawk energy. It's actually air, but I really feel like it's this determination that makes it feel really fiery, you know? This bird, and I was also getting the eagle that wanted to come out together with the hawk, and the eagle is even more about determination, about going for whatever you want to get, just really believing in your power, feeling that power and using it to your advantage. And the hawk is very similar in that regard, but it talks also about how the divine is watching over you. I feel like there is all this support that you can get, whether you believe it or not, and it's there for you when you feel like you want to consciously use it. And then you will be able to create your vision, really feel that power, because the King of Wands, the Muse of Inspiration, is all about that passion, about that confidence, really. So once you really give yourself this nurturing energy, you pour it into yourself, realize that you are worthy, you are going to enter this fiery confidence energy. It's really important for you to feel successful, to feel like you can succeed at whatever you wish, and you are just celebrated and deserving, and the universe loves you. You are in the center of attention of the universe, because I feel like you really are supported, and all your spirit guides, Mother Nature, they are just looking at you and they are appreciating your efforts that you are putting in your daily life, into work, in your family, into managing all those projects or things that you have to do, whatever they are. But they want you to really admire yourself like they admire you. Really see your worth in all the work that you are doing. Yeah, and come home to yourself. Really, celebrate yourself. That's also the message here with the Four of Wands in reverse, clarifying the strength. I feel like in your case, it's talking about really coming home to yourself, celebrating yourself, and giving yourself this fun time, this joyful time. You need to celebrate yourself more. And the divine, the Mother Earth, feels like you aren't doing it enough, at least. Maybe you are appreciating yourself, but there's just so much more that you could realize is so great about you. And even if you are feeling like you're in this state of not really doing anything good, or just like you can't see those attributes, I know they are there, but if you can't see them, it doesn't matter, because even if we are at our lower points, we are always worthy, because we are inherently worthy. And with the Ten of Cups emotions in reverse, again, I feel like you don't connect with this idea of fulfillment, like true happiness. You feel like you are undeserving of this ultimate fulfillment, emotional fulfillment. And the Queen of Cups is here to once again let you know that you are worthy. You are this Queen of Cups. You are this Empress. You deserve to just sit there and receive the love that you are pouring into your work, into your children, into your relationship, into your work, into projects, into your friendships, your clients, anything that it is for you. Or maybe just even work for yourself, but it's more so focused about physical goals, the material world goals, and you aren't really nourishing your inner self for some of you. Even if you are working on doing things for yourself, like you may be neglecting some other aspects that are actually really important. Yeah, and you are this Queen of Cups, you are this Empress, because Queen of Cups, again, as I was saying, it talks about this emotional receptivity and compassion. So you really need to feel more compassionate towards yourself, because you deserve that. Yeah, and whatever is going on in your life, I will leave this. Yeah, just look at her, at both of them. You are this really beautiful unicorn that can receive all that they want and that deserve the impossible, because it's not actually impossible. It's just something that you believe is impossible, to give yourself all this credit for all that you do. Just appreciate yourself, because the divine is watching over you and they see all that you are doing, and Mother Earth is really proud of you. Everybody is really proud of you. So be proud of yourself as well, really. I feel this energy, like you deserve it, really. Really give yourself this appreciation. Yeah. So thank you very much. That is all that I have for you, and I hope this resonated. And if you feel like this is talking about you, just know that it isn't just some bullshit on the YouTube. You are actually appreciated, and yeah, that message is true for everybody. You are appreciated, but you are being especially reminded right now, because that's what you needed to hear. That's what Mother Earth thought would be nice to say to you through me. So yeah, thank you very much, and bye bye. And sorry, I forgotten to mention that. I hope that some of you are still listening, but I felt like this stone as well has this message of, you may feel like you have all those holes which you may view as some flaws or imperfections, but you are actually perfect. It is the way you are shaped, and those spaces are just a place where you are able to receive. So don't treat those spaces like empty holes that you're flawed or something. Treat it as a space to receive something. So those spaces are like, they can be filled with love, they can be filled with whatever you choose to fill it with. You are never flawed, you are perfect. And don't you think this stone is beautiful as well? Yeah, so that is all. Thank you very much once again. Hello, group number 5, with this beautiful piece of wood. And underneath your piece of wood was the spider card. I have a problem with picking up the cards, but yeah, the spider card. And I feel like what Mother Nature is paying attention to is that you are at a point in your life when you are really able to create your reality. Either it is just something that is continuous, so it has been going for some time, you're just adult, you're just creating your life like usually, and you are being shown an opportunity to change something, or it is like an actual time where you are deciding between something, like a specific situation that you are considering. So in general, the whole advice here, I will get into the details in a moment, is that you have much more potential to create the reality that you truly deserve and truly want to than you realize. So you may believe that there are only some things that are possible. You may be focused on one way of thinking, on one way of creating or just working, but the universe is really trying to tell you that it has been giving you signs, or it is just saying to you that there are other ways which you may be ignoring because you don't believe it's possible, or just that it may not be appropriate. So maybe you have this dreamer energy that you are blocking, because the spider really aims to create this support, right? Because this web that it is creating is something that basically symbolizes support. It is meant to, for example, if you are a parent, you want to support your family, you want to earn money, and that is your priority in what you will choose to do, for example, in your career or just in life in general. And that is totally valid and important, of course. But what we are seeing here is that Mother Nature wants you to focus a bit on this dreamy side that you have. Because with the Hold Your Vision, it's the fixed moon, and I think that the message here, together with the supermoon, is that there is really something so obvious that you are being told by the Mother Nature. So there may be signs. For some of you, maybe spiders are your sign, because I feel like spider is one of the animals that you are most likely to see in your everyday life. So that may be a sign for you. But the divine is really trying to tell you that there is something that calls to you, and you are really stubborn in ignoring it. The fixed energy here is just the stubbornness. I feel like you are stuck in your own opinion, not really giving a chance to yourself, to the universe, to Mother Nature, to show you that there are other ways possible. Because when it comes to the tarot cards, we have 7 of Cups reversed twice. And I feel like this is really talking about how there may be like many options that you are considering, or many ideas that pop up into your head about something. Maybe it is about career. Maybe there are like, maybe you are doing one job, but you are thinking for some time now about changing it, or in general you are like very creative and you have many ideas for what you would like to do. Maybe not even career, but like in your everyday life. For some of you it may also be about romantic situations. So like maybe you have multiple partners that you are thinking about, but you would rather go for the one that creates stability, not the one that you would rather pick out of because of love, but you deem it like impossible, not really rational. Because I feel like why you have all those options and you're kind of like overwhelmed by them, it is also because you are like this very creative person, and you are really determined to make things happen for the best, but what you are driven by is mostly logic. Because we have 2 knights here, and knights are all about action, about making decisions, active energy, right? And we have the Knight of Emotions, Knight of Cups in reverse, and Knight of Voices, so Knight of Air upright. And the Knight of Voices, it represents the voice energy, so the air, so this mental, logical planning, rational energy. And Knight of Emotions is about emotions, right? About our intuition, about our happiness, more so, that comes from this emotional fulfillment, not really the rational mind so much. And when the Knight of Emotions is reversed and the Knight of Voices is upright, I feel like there are these conflicting ideas, so this overwhelmed by choice may come from that there are many ideas that stem from different values that you have, different part of your personality, your inner self. So one part of you may be focused on creating this support, this foundation. You are really driven by the idea that you like to create this prosperity. You are really nurturing the idea of stability. But I feel like you are really, really focused on that one thing. Like you are looking at this pentacle and you aren't really noticing much of other things. That's what I would like to say. Like there are those roses which are very beautiful, very romantic, like even not in terms of love, but just the idea of this smelling the flowers, and you are in this beautiful garden, but you are just looking at this pentacle, and that's okay. Because we know that stability is very important to us. And so that is what you are mostly focused on, but there is this other side of you, this romantic or creative or intuitive side of you or whatever, that is wishing for something else, for something more so, something you don't feel is so stable, so rational to do. And once again, it is clarified by the Seven of Cups in reverse. So you may feel like this is just wishful thinking. There is this one idea that you would just rather completely ignore because it doesn't make sense. It's something you would like to do, but it's not rational. It's not really safe or something. And you are really focused on your vision, and your vision is this. I even feel like this knight is looking at this queen. So he really is going for this nurturing, stable earth energy, right? Grounded stability. That's what the spider wants to create. But once again, there is this part of you which would like to be expressed as well, which is more so about emotional fulfillment. And there is this need to really weigh up those options that you have, and maybe even realize that it's not like one of them is really better, or that this one can't really bring you any stability either, because maybe it can. Maybe if there is something that the universe is really calling you to, maybe it would actually be more beneficial to you to give it a try at least. Maybe don't throw other options away right now, right away, but just give it a chance, weigh it up, really. Don't just ignore it straight up, but give it a little attention from your rational point of view as well. Maybe it's not so unrealistic, so dreamy. Maybe there is some reality to it, some grounding potential. Maybe that's something you aren't even giving a try. Maybe you aren't really even wanting to consider it, because maybe deep inside you know that this is something that you truly want to do, but you are afraid to even look at it because you are denying it yourself, because you are like focused so much on this other aspect that you think is much more important, and that doesn't matter. But you really want to give it a try. You would like to consider it a choice. You are overwhelmed, maybe that's not consciously but more subconsciously, but you have options. It's not an illusion, but you may be overwhelmed by it. You may not even give yourself a chance to notice that you have a choice. You may say that you don't have a choice because that's the only thing that matters, and that is my priority, and so all those other things don't even stand a chance. And so I feel like one of those things that I'm talking about, for some of you, you will know what I'm talking about. This thing is your sun. It is your fulfillment, it is your joy, and I want to stress how big this joy is, because it is the sun. It is the major arcana. It is like the energy of life. It is the abundance. It is everything. It is the nurturing energy. Mother Earth is really like telling you that your true happiness, if you know deep inside that I'm right, that you know what I'm talking about, And there is this idea that you have been ignoring, you really ignoring, because we have the message in the bottle universe here. So there is like a sign from the universe and you are ignoring it, right? You are stubborn in this fixed moon, fixed energy. So you may be like a fixed sign when it comes to zodiac signs, because you don't believe that you can actually create your stability and happiness from that idea. Keys may be another sign for you, but yeah, the universe is telling you you can change your mindset, and there is that option. There is possibility. You may not realize it, but you are co-creating your reality, and you choose to deem that option impossible to bring you this stability, but maybe it can, and it can bring you much more, this true joy, true fulfillment, and you will be nurtured if you choose what your heart tells you to choose. You know what I'm talking about. But you choose to ignore that. Once again, universe is really giving you this cup, which is this sun, but you're looking like, no, there are other things I need to focus on. But mother nature is really communicating that to you, and she will nurture you. Earth will really like help you together with the sun and the whole universe to nurture your ideas. Yeah. And you are really great at creative ideas. So I feel like your mind may be very active. Maybe there are many ideas than just two options that I'm mainly describing, but I feel like whenever you are thinking about choosing between things to do, to create in life, they can be somehow put into those two categories, right? So some choices are popping up because you are thinking about mainly rational, stable choices that will bring you this nurturing, this support for yourself, for your family, for whatever. And there are those few options that are purely from your heart, from your wish, from higher self, from spirit, like your purpose, like something that you truly enjoy, the sun. And of course it's just a reading on YouTube, so don't do anything drastic, but the message to start here, to really like know what is this thing, and if it is possible, is just give yourself a try to truly see this as an option. Even start with your rational perspective and see, okay, so if I chose to follow on this dream of mine, on this other thing that I feel is less possible or maybe ridiculous even for some of you, what would happen? Is it actually so ridiculous? Are there people who are living this life that I want to live, are choosing this thing, and are actually prosperous in a way that I want to be? Because I feel like they really are. So yeah, you are the spider. You can create anything, and the spider is also creating for a bigger purpose. He creates the support and like for himself and for those around himself. But it's also about this deeper creation of like karma, and just know that you are, every choice you make somehow contributes to your future, to what you create, to how you will feel. And yeah, just give yourself opportunity to take what your heart desires as a real option, and think about it. Like, you would actually bring many positive vibes to the earth, to the world. And I feel like earth is also would really benefit from you following up on your purpose. You would be this nurturing energy as well. Yeah, so that's all that I have for you. Thank you very much. I hope this resonated with you, and I hope to see you. Bye bye. So hello everybody who chose group number 6 with this cone. And something that I want to notice, like I want to say to you, is that there's a lot of number 7 in your pile. So we have number 7, for example, even on this card, although it's 37. We have Euclase, which is 16, adds up to 7. We have the Tower, which also is 16, adds up to 7. We have the Chariot, which is 7. We have 7 of Wands and 7 of Pentacles, so a lot of 7. So this number may be significant to you. Mother Nature may be showing it to you to remind you, or just to confirm this message, or yeah, just look up the meaning of it if you feel like this resonates with you, like importance of this number. And we also have 57 here, so again, some kind of 7. So there's a lot about love here in your pile, a lot of love. So underneath your pine cone was the Deer Spirit, and this is the feminine energy, loving energy of compassion, of gentleness. So the Deer Spirit all talks often about the idea of nurturing parent, nurturing mother, a lover. Yeah, so it's just this gentle energy of love. And I feel like one way that you are connecting to nature is something that I want to mention, is by going out to the forest, because I just felt like this Deer Spirit and also this pine just really were standing out to me. So you guys might love to go to the forest for some walks, or maybe you actually have some activities that you do out in the forest, or just out in nature really, if there are no forests near you, maybe a park even, something that has a similar energy. Yeah, so with your pile, I feel like there is something with this never-ending story and bring love into the situation. Something in your life that wasn't serving you or isn't serving you. Something that has really like made you worry about it. Something that really needs this nurturing and loving, compassionate energy of yours. Because with the Tower and the Four of Pentacles clarifying the Tower, I feel like there was something, or there is something, because this may for some of you be the energy of an event that has already happened, or something that is happening right now, that the divine had to interfere to really like make you let go of this toxic pattern. Or I feel like for many of you it has to do with like low self-worth, although it may be whatever, something that hasn't been serving you, simply to put it that way. And the universe, Mother Nature, is telling you that something has to be done, something drastic had to happen or has to happen in order for you to let go of something that is toxic for you, something that you're holding on to because it makes you feel secure in your world. And for some of you it may have to do with financial situation, with your work. Maybe you guys are maybe scared about your financial situation. Maybe some of you are struggling with that right now. But that doesn't mean that you will be like put in a situation where you lose your job or something like that. It could be that for some of you, for example, you are in a job that you don't love, that is making you really drained energetically, and Spirit is like putting you in a situation that really makes you move forward, move out of it. But that's just for some of you. Don't be afraid. That's not the intent of this reading, that's for sure. That's probably something that already happened to you, so you will know what I am talking about. But yeah, there is some old thing in your life, old habit, old pattern, old situation maybe for some of you, that you're holding on to, and the divine is just striking you with an opportunity to change. And with this change comes the Chariot energy, the energy of really moving forward, of defending yourself and fighting for yourself. Now for some of you it may actually talk about this unhealthy pattern. Maybe some of you are like really getting defensive in some situations. Maybe you feel like you have to defend yourself, your family, like you are in some kind of danger, or just you really need to be in that protective energy, otherwise something bad is going to happen. But generally it talks about really going forward, moving out of this old pattern, and really just keeping up at it, keeping at this speed and not letting anything stop you. Even if it seems like there are some circumstances or people that are getting in your way, you are protecting your objective. And with the Six of Cups in reverse, I feel like this pattern or issue that you have, or there is something to do with children. So for some of you, you may be afraid of your children, for your children. So you may be a parent and you may worry that you need to provide for them, or if there is everything going to be okay with them in some situation that you are going through. And that's why you are really investing into your future, into your security. You're planning how to keep them safe. But for others of you, I feel like it's talking about how you learned from your past, like the event that has happened made you really invest in your future and put your focus onto the future, like really thinking things through with that long-term stability mindset. And that is leading you to this King of Pentacles energy, Muse of Materials. This is the energy of abundance, and I feel like Mother Nature is really reflected in that card. I feel like she is welcoming you on this path of really feeling your worth and feeling that the abundance is all around you. Like Mother Nature, Mother Earth is those two muses, and you are like this person walking into the world of abundance, into the world of stability and really worthiness in yourself, and that being reflected to you in the world. Because previously I really feel like many of you could have that energy of feeling like you need to defend yourself, because you may have felt insecure, and that may have been that never-ending story, this pattern that you had that kept you like stuck, not trusting yourself, not trusting that everything is going to be okay, feeling like you need to just be secure, like protect yourself from something. That's just because the message of protection keeps coming up, the message of protection. And the deer also, when you think about it, is like this beautiful, gentle animal, but it is very easily scared, isn't it? It has a lot of predators. Yeah. And so you may be this very gentle soul that has a lot of love and compassion, but Mother Earth is saying that something may have made you feel like you need to protect yourself. Now, this is a very specific message, and just make sure that it resonates with you. So take a deep breath in if you need to, and just think to yourself, is it talking about me? But because maybe it isn't, maybe other parts will apply to you, but I feel like this has to be said, that some of you are actually struggling with that protective energy, overly protective. So the universe is really making your life so that you realize you are in that energy and can get over it and move forward with more confidence. Really this drive forward, overcome your past and learn from it, and invest in your long-term happiness, not out of fear, not out of fear of lack or just some kind of fear of like endangerment, but knowing that you deserve abundance and that you will get the abundance. Because I feel like Earth, like the divine in general, really loves you, because you have this beautiful, gentle energy. And you are also a very wise person, because with the Euclase and the Tiger's Eye, those two crystals together, like their joint message would be that you have great wisdom inside of you, which you need to learn to trust, which is the Euclase message. And the tiger's eye talks about here about how you are a great creator of your reality, about how you can really manifest your desires. It is about this drive, this passion, optimism for your creation. And the Euclid talks about trusting your inner wisdom, knowing that you have the knowledge how to proceed. And this knowledge often comes from the past experiences that you had. So this may be related. I even thought about similar colors to the Six of Cups. So there may have been times in your life where you just learned some lessons. They may have been tough ones, possibly connected to the Tower moment that I already talked about. But they made you wise. They really made you know how to get on with life in the future more easily, like how to do some things differently so that you avoid situations that had made you hurt or unstable in the past. But if you feel like you have been also kind of made into this protective energy, it is really saying to you that you can feel safe, and you should extend that love that you have inside of you towards yourself and towards your situation, to also trust that you can create your reality and that it is safe, that it is going to be okay. And the Seven of Pentacles, once again, just investing in your long-term potential and trusting that it will bear results, that you can create. And even if it seems like it's taking some time for you, it will eventually manifest. And once again, we have the Two of Cups here, so it's again a message of love. So for some of you, it may actually be that you are struggling as well with your love life. So maybe for some of you, this situation actually talks about romantic connections. So you may be this very loving energy, but you have been hurt in the past, and that has made you very protective of yourself. And you struggle with that mindset when you are moving forward. But really, the universe is saying, the Mother Earth is saying that it's safe to open up and progress, because this time around you are going to get to this abundance. And for many of you who are already like having families and children and have a spouse or a partner, I feel like this abundance is something that you co-create with your partner and with your family as a whole. Like the relationships that you have, especially with your spouse, if you have one, they really help you bring this stability to your life. And it also talks about how it is safe for you to rely on others, because you are this loving energy, and sometimes you also need to be nurtured and trust that you can co-create with others. You don't have to be the only force that nurtures and grows and so on. But yeah, generally I feel like your love life is really helping you to feel more safe and feel more secure, because the King of Pentacles can also talk about this just stability, security, because he is the king of the earth element, and earth is all about stability, about material world, about feeling grounded and worthy. And so you are moving toward this phase in your life when you are completely stable and grounded in that energy of loving yourself, and because of that, trusting that you are deserving of all the best in your world, and you are this stable person, and you can count that whatever is in your life, whatever you grow, will stay in it however long it's meant to, and it will support you. And your loved ones are a huge part of that. You can trust in them to support you. Yeah, and with the bring love into the situation, once again, if there is this aspect of you which feels unloved, unworthy, the Mother Earth is really asking you to pour that love into yourself as well, to be more understanding and trusting. And Aquarius is also, because we have the new moon in Aquarius here, and Aquarius is a sign of intellect, of this kind of invention, but also it is the humanitarian, so it's also about connection with others. So once again, this theme of love is really popping up. So for many of you, you can really trust to be supported by your loved ones. Yeah. And remember the number 7. I really wonder, maybe you are like a life path 7, or just the energy of 7 number is really important in your present moment. But yeah, whatever is happening for you, it's okay to trust in the universe to provide for you, to others. Like, everything is going to be okay. I feel like kind of nervous talking about your energy, so maybe you are kind of in this dear energy of not feeling safe, of feeling kind of nerve-wracked or whatever. But it's okay. And you are moving towards a better time with really driving force for this King of Pentacles. So I will leave you with this because I think this is what you are aiming for, and this is what Mother Earth really is stressing, that you are entering this phase of really feeling secure, abundance, financially, materially, whatever it means for you. Just feeling stable, feeling grounded and safe. Yeah, so that's all that I have for you. I hope it resonated because it was kind of messy. But yeah, I hope to see you soon, and I hope you feel loved by the nature. It's always there for you. Yeah, so thank you very much, and bye bye. Hello everybody who picked group number 6. Oh, I'm sorry, group number 7. With this big solid piece of rock. And underneath that piece of rock was the buffalo. And the buffalo, I think its energy is quite solid, so this rock really reminded me of his energy as well. So with the buffalo, I think what Mother Earth is saying is that you are someone who is very grounded, because it is solid earth energy. And actually earth energy, it keeps popping up also over here with the Capricorn new moon. But yeah, you are someone who is very grounded in reality. You are earthy, you care about your material world, but I don't mean it in a negative sense, that just that you really live on this planet, you know what I mean? Yeah, but inside you are someone who is quite sensitive, and also you may be someone who considers themselves spiritual, or just of faith in something greater, which is likely if you are watching this reading. But yeah, you have this deeper trust inside of you. But this may also mean that, because the buffalo talks about how we are often faced with life challenges, but we face them with trust and grace. But sometimes this buffalo cannot see this if you are in a maybe worse place. So some of you may be going through a harder phase in your life, which is what I think Spirit is saying here. And some of you may actually be in this energy of understanding, of trust, but some of you, others of you, may even acknowledge that everything will turn out for the best, or just think about how, yeah, everything is working out, I trust in it, that divine has got me, but still may struggle with feelings of sadness. And that's completely normal, because I think that you have gone through something tough recently, something sad probably, because we have like this storm thunder twice with the tower here as well. So this may be also a sign for you. Maybe some of you really like storms, or you hate them. Maybe that's how Mother Earth is showing up for you sometimes. Maybe the time of thunderstorm, storm in general, is something that really makes you like feel like wow, like the power of nature is so great. Like it scares you in a good way or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, here with this energy that you're in, with this card, it also talks about how you may have gone through some sad time in your life, but it's key to really turn this grief into better understanding and your growth. So if you feel like there is some sadness in your life right now, if there has been indeed some event that has made you feel this way, it really is telling you that it's okay to feel sad. Just feel those emotions and try to understand the reasons behind it, because the divine has always been working for you, and it's telling you that it's best if you try, when you feel ready, to understand this pain and turn it into your own power once again, because that's what Buffalo does. And with co-create as well, and with the tiger's eye, I think that the divine is really, the Mother Earth as well, is telling you that you are able to co-create your reality. Because this card is literally co-create, and the number 4 with this 40 makes me think of stability and new beginnings, like having a clear slate. So maybe something happened in your life that has really put you in this place where you are now in this fresh energy, like after the storm, like you are in this renewed space in your life. And you are being reminded once again, as I was saying, that you are the co-creator of your life, that any intention that you set will then create your reality. And I think that you are actually a hardworking individual. So once again, the earth energy, we have the new moon Capricorn here, your hard work is paying off. So I feel like some of you are actually really into meditation, or maybe even like prayer, just talking with the divine, with the Mother Earth as well for some of you. And she and the whole universe want you to know that your prayer is being heard, and they are really helping you to bring light into your situation, to make you feel stable, like this buffalo once again after the storm. And whatever you are doing, keep doing it. It really is helping you. It is creating this new cycle in your life, once of more stable energy. And just don't give up, because it's just the beginning, is what I'm being told here. And for many of you, this sad time in your life may be actually related to love. So we have the Lovers here, which is a really strong indicator of that. So for many of you, if that is your case, you will know, of course. So this may talk about romantic connection, about just your relationship, about a spouse, about family as well, about friendship as well. So maybe you have been going for some tough time with your love life and your relationship in general. Maybe you are really seeking something, some new exciting energy, and you are really looking forward to communication from someone as well, for some of you. But in its more general form, if you don't really resonate with the love life, with the relationships part, although I think most of you will, because this theme goes on and on, it may also talk about your inner harmony. So it may be this harmony. This may talk about both things actually. So it will talk for many of you about love, but for those of you as well, and for others, it will talk about the harmony, your inner harmony. So there is this part of you which is very stable, very grounded, down to earth, right? Very, yeah, just grounded. And there is this other part which is spiritual, emotional, very sensitive to the energy, to what is happening around you. your heart is very big. And this talks about bringing harmony between those two aspects of you. And I think actually this is something that you're really good at. You're really good at it already. And bringing those two aspects of you together is what Divine is telling you, Mother Earth is telling you to keep working hard at, because it is bringing results. You are achieving a very good harmony with that understanding of earth energy and the spirit realm, is what I want to say. And for sure you're ready for this new beginning and this new chapter after this storm, because again, Page of Wands is really this new fresh energy, full of ideas, ready for an adventure. And I think like, again, he is the fire energy, which makes me think of the thunder, but at the same time he is standing on this great desert kind of mountains. So again, I'm reminded that you are down to earth, but you are looking up, right? So again, this duality, down to earth but looking to the sky, to the heavens. And here with the Hermit in reverse and the Three of Cups in reverse, I think like, because of what has happened to you, some of you are in this hurt energy and are still processing your grief, your sadness. You have gone into this isolation mode to really process your thoughts, and you have also cut yourself off from people. But I think that although it is really good for you to have this moment of processing, I think it's even advised, if you don't do it already, if you feel like you need that, there will be a point when you are advised to actually come out of it and enjoy some fun, because that's what you are looking towards when you actually get out of this sad energy, this energy of hurt. And everything that you are doing is the hard work that you are putting in, that it will be paying off, leads to the 10 of Pentacles, the 10 of materials. So whether the troubles that we were talking about were also related to romance, this card is a great card for that as well, because it talks about family, it talks about long-term happiness, about stable long-term happiness, about creating communities, about shared joy and leaving legacy, leaving something built together that lasts for a long time. And with the Tower in reverse, it's once again talking about how you have gone through this Tower moment. You have been struck down by this thunder, but you are now out of this period and can enjoy the stability that is before you, that will be lasting. And once again, you will be able to put your hooves as this buffalo into the ground and focus on the happiness that is here. And it is important that you let your guard down, because if you identify yourself with the buffalo that is more on the hard side and isn't really entering this understanding, trusting energy as much as you would maybe like to yet, it's important to let your guard down, to not keep it all inside, really feel the grief, because when she's upright, she's really like protecting herself. So I feel like in your case, this talks about once again the need to let your guard down and also to let your protective barrier down and to really feel the feels and to also feel safe with expressing your true emotions, perhaps to your friends, because Six of Cups here talks about this gentle family, friends energy. And I feel like maybe for some of you, you are blocking yourself out of the social life in general because of this sad time. And there are people out there with whom you probably could speak, which will really help you feel the grief and process it and let it go, because that's here as well, letting go, not only your barriers, putting them down, but also letting go of the hurt once you feel it. Yeah, and just trust that your hard work, whatever is happening to you, is happening for you, and you are aiming and going towards this beautiful, stable time with shared community. So I feel like people are a huge part of your life right now, or just something that you really wish for to be a part of your life. And you will get this stable community, whether it is about friends, about family, or just your loved one, someone you're interested in, your partner, and the family that you will create one day, or you already have, as I was saying. And you really will be able to get past that time that you feel you are in now. And once again, Mother Earth, Mother Nature is really telling you that it's okay to feel sad, that you should process this sadness, this grief, but also trust that you are going towards a better time. And this all has happened for you to grow and to really see even more clearly your future and what it is that you want your future to be like. And you wish for this stability, for this connection with people around you, but in this stable, grounded way. Yeah, and I think that they also, the spirit spirit really wants you to appreciate as well that you are able to bring together this grounded energy, this earth mindset about what is in front of you, what is tangible, what is happening in your actual physical life, and this trust, this awareness of the more subtle world, the energies, the emotions. It's something very beautiful, like this woman as well. I'm just feeling like Mother Earth wants me to tell you that you are really beautiful. Your spirit is beautiful, and your strength is something really admirable, that you can really turn this grief into power, because you can, whether you are in this phase of really feeling powerless or you already are empowered, you have this power. And this is something that you should be really proud of, because Mother Earth is proud of you. Yeah, so thank you very much, and I really hope this resonated in some way. Remember that those are general readings, so it's important that you take what resonates, or somehow you may have to adjust this message to know how those energies apply to you. Yeah, so thank you very much, and bye bye. I hope it helped you. Hello everybody who picked pile number 8 with this shell. So I know it's already dark, but yeah, what can you do? And under your shell was the octopus. So throughout your reading here, we have a lot of water element. So you may be a water sign, or just nature speaks to you most through water. Maybe you live by the water, maybe you're just really connected to water, because we have Aquarius, which we know is air sign, but still there is this element of the water bearer. We have Brief card, which also looks very watery, because this woman is floating on a leaf, on a lake, I think, or something like that. We also have Aquamarine, which by the name of it is kind of watery. We have Three of Cups in the water. We have the moon. There is just a lot of water. So I think water is the most, speaking to you the most in general, I would say. And also there is quite a lot of number 8. So check it out. Maybe the vibration is something significant to you right now. Maybe this number shows up in your daily life. But yeah, number 8 is kind of here. So this is a very specific scenario that I'm getting. So I feel like it's all about connections with people, but also about your self-worth, because that's connected in this case. So I feel like Mother Nature really wants to tell you about your current approach to your connections. because I feel like maybe you are this octopus, and the octopus is a spirit animal, at least in this deck, which is described like as this very intellectual, creative being, which for sure you are. But other than that, she lacks boundaries. You can see how her tentacles go everywhere, and in her relationship with people, it's described as lacking boundaries. So you may be really invested in your relationships, in your friendships and other connections, but it may be to the point that it drains you and you lack those healthy boundaries. You may also resonate with being a people pleaser. Now that it's nothing bad, we are all sometimes in this energy with the empaths, because I feel like you may be the empath or just very sensitive because of this water as well, that we just wish to bring everybody happiness, right? We want harmony, and that's why we sometimes may sacrifice ourselves, or we just feel insecure about ourselves. We don't believe that we can be our authentic self and still be well received. Maybe we have some trauma connected to that. Yeah, so once again, I feel like you are this octopus which is not really having healthy approach to their connections, because as I was talking about the insecurity that's lying underneath that approach to people when you lack boundaries, there is show the world the real you, full moon in Aquarius. So there is a need to show your true self, and that may be something that you're afraid of, but Mother Nature is really urging you to do that, because she believes that your true self is what will bring you most happiness, and that's really the case, I think. But you may be stubborn, like thinking that you know what you want out of your connections. But with the Three of Cups in reverse here, together with the Queen of Wands in reverse here, it's giving me this not authentic connection vibe again. So like there may be some friends or some other connections, I'm not saying there it's all of them, but some where you are being this people pleaser, you are really pushing yourself into those connections, giving your all to them, and it's to the point where you are giving your power away. Maybe some of you will resonate with like the bit of an energy of gossip, but that's just for some of you. But yeah, you are giving your power away. You are reversing this Queen energy, and you are really, for some of you, stuck in those unhealthy connections. This is a very specific message. So if you don't feel like I'm talking to you, then perhaps there's another pile for you, or just not, this reading may not resonate with you at all. But yeah, there is this people pleaser energy, or at least lack of healthy boundaries in connection. And once again, and with with this Eight of Pentacles, Eight of Materials, I'm reminded of the octopus, because see how she is reaching out with all her hands into different directions. Maybe she doesn't even really know what she's supposed to do with them. She's just all over the place and she doesn't know what to do. She's in this kind of restless energy. And with the Eight of Pentacles, it's kind of the same. She has all those hands, and I feel like the reverse here is talking about exactly that. That you may have been focusing on doing all those things, keeping all those connections in a good place. You were really putting your work into that, because Eight of Pentacles talks about hard work, putting in effort, but those efforts are draining you because they aren't even well received, because you may have actually stuck yourself in connections which don't appreciate your true self, or you may at least be afraid to show your true self, so you don't actually feel like you are showing up the way you would like to, because you aren't really living authentically within those relationships. And so even if those people were actually really good friends to you, you aren't necessarily letting yourself be in this healthy connection, in that healthy dynamic within this connection, because you are afraid of being your true self. And so you are overworking yourself within those connections. Because I think like with the King of Pentacles and the Five of Wands here, they're both reversed. So I think that the King of Pentacles is somebody who is really secure in themselves, feels grounded in themselves, knows who he is, and he feels this is what brings him his abundance and self-worth in this case. But in reverse, it's like you lost this touch with who you really are. You are ungrounded in yourself. And so you may struggle with putting your needs and boundaries out there because you don't even maybe considered before what they are, or you lost the touch with what they are. And this is this inner conflict that you have between maybe wanting to actually attend to your needs versus just keeping those connections near you, because maybe you're not sure that if you actually went after your needs and fulfilling yourself, that you would still keep those connections. Maybe deep down you know that some of them are actually not for you, and that they are just here for you to feel safe, to feel like you have some people around you, but actually you can't be your true self. If you were, it wouldn't work out. But that's not for all of you, of course. Maybe some of you are actually with great people, but because of this energy, of this underlying fear of not being good for those connections or not feeling grounded in yourself, you are creating this unhealthy dynamic. And it may be just that, not necessarily the people as well. And with the 10 of Inspiration, 10 of Wands in reverse, I feel like you are overburdened. You feel like with all those sides that you have, with all those connections maybe as well, with all the things that you are invested in, it's becoming too much. It's becoming too much for you, and it's being a burden on you. But with the Moon here, I feel like once you let go of that burden, because I feel like it's talking about being overburdened and finally letting go of that need to be all of those things, all of the need to keep all those connections, of the need to please everybody. You are letting that go, and you are finally realizing what your needs are, what your subconscious fears were, and you are able to understand this part of you that was fearful of showing up as your authentic self, and so you're able to move on from this energy. And when you move from this energy of people pleasing, of being afraid of your authentic self in those connections, you will find strength, real strength. And I feel like you are this strong individual, because the octopus, even if she is occupied with all those aspects, all those people, she lacks boundaries, but that's just one mindset she can have. She is actually a very creative, very intelligent creature. She can be very in touch with her emotions. And when she realizes all that she is doing that hurts her, and she can learn from that, she can become a very healthy octopus. And so can you, right? So once you decide to leave behind this energy, once you decide to heal, understand yourself, and put your needs first, you will really feel this strength inside of you. And that's what you are moving towards. That's what Mother Earth is asking you to do, because she really cares about you, and she knows that your authentic self is something that can really detach from anything that is bringing you fear, making you scared, making you feel like you aren't able to be yourself. She knows that you can actually rise above that and find out if those people are your people, or find just other connections that can really nourish you in your true authentic self. And it's also something that will really bring much greater good to the world, because I feel like with your creative mind, you are someone who can really bring a lot of good to the world once again. And Mother Earth knows that as well. And that is why she is asking of you to show yourself to the world, the real you. Because with this, all those hands, all those tentacles, and as this 8 of materials as well, You are someone who can really put your effort into anything that you care for. Because I feel like with those connections, even if you resonate with this whole message, you are putting a lot of effort into making sure that everything is okay within them. So imagine how much you could achieve if this energy were to be directed somewhere else, right? Those energies of putting all this effort into that. If you were at peace within this area of your life, all that effort could be put somewhere else, and with those creative thoughts you know exactly where you would put this effort, because you are a very creative individual. And with the 8 of Emotions, we have clarified it with the strength. So again, you are going towards this inner strength, really feeling in your power, knowing yourself and staying true to yourself. That is very important. And also we have the Emperor, and the Emperor is someone stable once again. So it kind of mirrors to me what I was talking about with the King of Pentacles, but here it's upright, right? So you are going towards this energy being upright, and it's even more powerful than the King of Pentacles. So you are really understanding yourself, you are understanding your values, and you are becoming the main character of your life. It's no longer about the other people, it's no longer about them or your aspect of your personality that is just about how to relate to them or how to fit in, but you are becoming the ruler, you're becoming the main character, and it's going to be about you this time. And you will do great things with this Emperor energy as well. As I was talking with the how you can bring much to the world, I think you can really build something in this life that the earth will really appreciate. Whatever it is, it may come in many forms. Not even career related, anything. Because you are this very creative person with great intuition, and you love people, you want to be close with people. And once you find this inner worth, you will really build those new connections or rebuild those old connections on a very stable and beautiful ground. And with the Knight of Cups in reverse, with those 8 of Emotions, I feel like it will not be anymore about you extending yourself. You will be able to wait, and it's important that you don't go and offer yourself to others in the sense of like returning to this old dynamics, but just it will be people who will come to you with offer like of new friendship or apology from some of them. You will not be extending yourself to other people anymore. You will be in the power. They will be extending themselves to you, to the Emperor. Yeah. It really is time to be authentic with yourself. To understand your power. To understand your motives once again. To Aquamarine. Find your inner beauty, and then understand that you can really do great things and create beautiful connections that are truly fulfilling for all of your being. Yeah, so that's all that I have for you. I really hope it resonated, and yeah, I hope it helped you, because you are a great individual, and it would be a shame if you haven't ever gotten over those issues, because you are leaking energy, and universe, Mother Earth and nature, they just want you to be happy and create stable connections, stable life for yourself that is truly nurturing for you as well, because you are a very engaged individual and you deserve the same back at you, but in your authentic self. Yeah, so thank you very much once again, and bye bye. So sorry, but I forgot to mention, I think it's important, that you are really asked to do more of a meditation, of breath work, because that is what's gonna help you better understand who you are and how to just get centered more in yourself, because that's very important to you. And with Aquamarine as well, it will help you bring more clarity to your situation, to understanding what it is that you truly need. So yeah, I think that is very important, and a Lotus flower might be a sign for you. So thank you very much, and I see you soon again. Bye bye.